that I am myself again, I suppose it's time to face my brother.
And after that?
I don't know. It's been a long time since I've had a choice. Let me live with that for a moment.
Hello everybody, my name is Sky. I'm your friendly neighborhood autistic person full of random useless facts, and today we are getting back into God of War Ragnarok. We are currently in Vanaheim, and we have just freed Freya of her curse, so she may travel back amongst the realms once again. We are going to head back to Freyr's camp.
What's that? We can take this way back to the camp. I can help with the vines. Now embed your blades into the glowing vines and light it.
Your brother seemed open to your return.
Oh, I'm sure he'd love nothing more than for everything to go back to how it was, leaving the responsibilities of leadership to me.
Enemy behind you, Kratos! They'll do it! Behind you! Look out!
Send Odin my regards.
You use your anger effectively.
Well, you learn to use what you have. It's not as though I want to be angry with Freyr. He's my brother. He was the most important person in the world to me for half my life. These plants are the same as those we saw earlier. Frost should make quick work of their poison. Now the sigil should hold the frost, even in the axe's absence. Well done. Watch out, those are wisps. Powerful manifestations of runic magic. Could I ever think of this place as home again? After all that's happened. Skull and Hati are in Vanaheim?
We learned the giants rescued them from Odin and brought them here.
And look. The sunlight wakes the sleeping roots. See how they stretch to welcome the sun? Beautiful, no? A far cry from the sheets of Midgard snow I've grown accustomed to. The Eastern migration. It's just as I remember it. At least the whole realm hasn't fallen to predators and occupiers. I guess there's still something to be fought for here. Something to defend even after so much damage has been done. Maybe that goes for Freyr, too.
In a realm of peace, there is only one crime, a disruption of that peace. Look about you, the land and its people in harmony, in balance, as constant as the sun and moon. Yet balance is precarious. Balance is easily lost. Cruelty, vanity, selfishness, these are the forces that would disrupt Vanaheim's harmony. These are the forces of the Aesir. We are a peaceful people, but peace cannot endure without a force to protect it.
Kratos, I see something.
My sigils can break through their shields! They're defenseless now! Behind you, Kratos! Good riddance! Behind you!
So much has happened since I last saw Freyr. I'm not even sure where to begin.
What do you want from him?
An apology would be a start. I want to forgive him. I'd like to think he's changed. He's all I have left now. Did you ever apologize to Deimos?
It is difficult to seek forgiveness when you feel unworthy.
Now, how to get across? My sigil arrow should be able to carry the fire across the river to reach the bramble.
Forgiveness can be powerful, even for the unworthy. My wife Faye taught me that.
Well, be glad you have a spouse to remember fondly.
Vikarmer Befrias Gautasson. Riki Feta Rofi.
Enemies on the left! Shield strike now! They're ethereal! Trapped by arrows! Alka! Enemy to your left! Good, that's the way!
All my former spouse taught me was that there's no limit to the depth to which a soul can sink into darkness. Tricked me into marriage to spare my home and took my home just the same. Scattered my people to the wind. Maybe it's time somebody drew the line. Maybe it's time someone makes Groa's prophecy come true.
I will not wish for war, Freya.
War is a terrible thing, Kratos. But some things are even worse. You know, if Atreus rushes to Ragnarok, you may not be able to stop him.
I will.
And if you fail?
I have prepared him to survive without me. if he must.
Watch for the plants. They like me, but strangers not so much.
I see that.
You won't be able to damage it without destroying the mother. It's a large bulbous thing. You can't miss it. So what's next for you, if not preparing for war?
I do not know, but I will take no chances with Atreus.
Well, you may want to think fast, unless you want someone to make that choice for you.
Ready?
As I ever will be.
No. It really is you. You returned to us at last.
Yes.
Let's celebrate. You reclaim the throne. We'll rebuild. Me and you against the world. Huh? Just like the old days.
I'm... not staying.
I don't understand. You're here. Maybe together we can take back what's ours.
I only just got back what's mine. I still have work to do.
You've seen what's left of the realm, right? Do we really mean that little to you?
You question my loyalty? Vanaheim turned its back on me.
Oh, you still can't let go of that old fight.
It was my duty to save as many of our people as possible. My responsibility. One you didn't take seriously then, and from the looks of it, one you don't now.
You think this is a game to me?
Yeah.
We lost everything to that maniac you called husband. The man's family set me on fire. How did you expect me to react?
Like my brother! Like the boy that used to have my back no matter what! And who I always supported no matter how selfish his choices. I expected you to come and find me. That no matter how hurt or angry, you wouldn't abandon me when I needed you the most.
Freya, please. I thought you were dead. I've had to live lifetimes with those last awful words I said to you. You have any idea what that's like? Knowing that your own selfishness hurt the person that you cared about the most. Abandon you. Oh, Freya. I mourned you. Oh, I've missed you so much.
And are you, Yngvi? But I won't bind myself to another realm when I finally have my freedom. I'll send help, though. And I will come back. I promise.
This hasn't been your home for a long time, has it? Do what you gotta do.
All right, that's enough. Ain't y'all got nothing better to do than gawking at family sorting squabbles? Come on, you two. Not you. Got a few things to square with you. Second is that sigil magic I smell on your bow. Reckon that's an idea I'll steal. How's about I set you up with some sonic mojo? Call it a trade.
Very well.
Third of all, if you ain't staying here, bears mentioning that Sindri and I find ourselves running a flop house for unemployed gods. If you're done freezing your backside off in Midgard, maybe come back with Beardo there. Check up on your old pal Tyr.
That's kind of you, Brock. I may do just that.
Well, all right then. I'll meet y'all back at the house. Unless you want me to fix anything up first.
Don't run off without me now, brother. I've done what I can here. Well, brother, care to meet our new allies? Or shall we depart?
Excuse me, can you stop and help a lady out, please?
Would have been a shame to have left that behind.
What is it?
Yeah, I spent a lot of time tinkering up and down the river delta. Once Odin's army came to town, I lit out of there faster than a tassel worm with its bottom ablaze. So frazzled I accidentally left behind a few irreplaceables.
What? Irreplaceables?
Well, just one, really. An orb. I'd be mighty grateful if you would find it.
What is it?
And if you come across any of my old, beautifully rusted armor pieces, I'll use the scrap to whip up something specially suited just for you.
What is the orb?
Just bring it back here and you'll make me happy as a sunbeam. Oh, and don't forget to keep an eye out for my old armor. I'll fix it up for you, free of charge.
What sort of orb do you imagine we're looking for, brother?
I do not know.
Tell me about the camp dog.
Lord Freyr found her half dead in the jungle. She probably escaped the Blothunder breeding farm north of here. We all told him she was beyond saving. But he never gave up. She healed and hasn't left us since.
She's a sweet girl.
She's pure of heart. Believes in your goodness, even if you don't.
Should we ask him?
Don't be rude.
What's rude about asking for help?
Big Veer, my love, focus on your work. You need to weave those tighter.
Your alliance is unusual.
I think what Kratos is trying to say is, he's never seen a light elf and dark elf work together. It's a welcome sight.
Hopefully one day, a common one. Mimir tells me you're something of an adventurer. Should you ever find your way to the Forbidden Sands in Alfheim...
Contested territory. Past the Barrens.
There are rumors of a sanctum, and artifacts our elders don't want us to see. Anything that sheds light on our suppressed history would benefit all of Alfheim.
Uncovering secret history? Sounds like my kind of adventure.
Knowledge of the elves' common ancestry is what brought us together. Stories of Alfheim before the division of light and dark,
It's very taboo.
Didn't stop you from spreading word of it. Which is how you ended up in prison.
Where she and I met. As enemies, naturally, but escaped as friends. More than friends.
You can stop talking.
Okay. Good luck out there.
Jesus Christ, Frida, don't sneak up on me like that. Also, they are so cute together. A bit of an odd couple, yes, but so adorable.
If I may ask, do you miss Alfheim?
You mean, do I miss the light?
Do you?
The truth? I still feel its pull. You want nothing else when you're near it. And away from it, you're only biding time until you can drink again from the light. But then again, the light does not make good food. It doesn't play music or tell jokes or open your eyes to new things. It makes you run in place. The more I am away from it, the more I see it for what it really is. And I don't need it anymore.
I appreciate your candor.
Is someone going to ask me if I miss the light?
Of course. How rude of me.
In their defense, love, you are usually not the most talkative.
I will speak. From birth, we are taught the light is everything. The elders say it is why we fight. But all of that, it's shit. I am more than the Hive. More than a soldier. Light elves, dark elves. All elves are the same. Stubborn. Brainless as moths, blinded by their light. I know better now. I looked into the shadows, and there I found my people. My home. There. That is all I have to say. You can go away.
Thank you for sharing.
I hope we have a chance to talk.
We go.
Pardon us. Places to be.
Wait, I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm sorry. That's the thing about, like... I guess it's considered automatic dialogue because it starts on its own. But that's the thing about that kind of dialogue, is you can't tell when it's going to start. And once you accidentally stop it, it's kind of hard to get it to start again.
Reminds me of a Vanaheim song I heard long ago.
I bless the rains of Vanaheim. Words from a traditional Vanaheim song. In Greece, the rain served as a reminder to worship gods. Do the people of these lands worship the rain alongside their gods?
Looking for something? We can head out the way we came.
I can't do this. I mean, I have to do this. I write this because I can't say the words out loud. I write this because, maybe, if all goes well, it'll be a funny reminder of the man I once was. A man who is scared. Who is in over his head. A man who cannot stop asking himself over and over again a single question. What would she do? I'd love to ask her, but she's gone. So I guess I have to answer on her behalf. She'd tell me to stop complaining. She'd tell me that I don't matter. That my fears, my inadequacies are irrelevant. All that matters is making sure the people of Anaheim can cast off the yoke of the Aesir rule. She'd tell me I'm allowed to be scared, and I'm allowed to be angry. But above all, I have to be strong. The people of Anaheim need a leader. and for the foreseeable future, it looks like I'm the best they're going to get. Man, I wish she was here. Freyr's Lament.
Lunda, would you happen to know how your light and dark elf friends came to be involved?
You mean Big Bear and Bela? Well, they were both in prison by one side or another, or maybe both. Escaped together, been on the run, and absolutely all over each other ever since.
A dark and light elf fleeing their people together. Quite a risk.
Being in love's always a risk. That's what makes it fun.
You could say the same about hot cheese.
Lunda, what do you know of Birger the Traveler?
Not much. I ain't the talking type, really. But from what I can glean, he walked the path of the traveler for a time, then found out something that made him step off it. Hard.
Any idea what he saw?
No, I'm not sure, but I think he saw what was at the end of the path. And, didn't care much for it.
Finding out Odin was pulling their strings all along probably put a colossal kink in his codpiece.
I remember where to look for a gateway. Follow me.
Well, you two seem to be getting on since completing your mission. Dare I hope this alliance has some staying power after all?
It seems to me we share a common enemy. Kratos, you may not accept that Ragnarok is inevitable, but you're smart enough to know Odin is a threat. Whatever comes next, our best chance of surviving it is to work together. Do you agree?
I do.
Then as to Brock's offer, you can imagine staying under the same roof as a couple former enemies? No further temptations towards terrible vengeance?
Not against you. Either of you. You have my word. This lock is different from others you might know. You'll need an enchantment on your chisel to use it. Bruna. Go ahead. Carve the letter.
Suna.
It's an incantation. I'll speak it. Suna.
Lovely! Working together is already opening doors for us.
Is he always making puns like that? We're blocked by more vines. Remember what to do? fallen log in the river. It has something on it I don't recognize. We're clear.
So it's true. Tyr's really alive?
Aye. Not exactly shipshape. He sleeps in a broom closet now. But he's adjusting.
How did you find him?
Largely, that's down to Atreus having figured out how to access the prophecies giants reserved for their own kind. We only learned of it ourselves after Thor and Odin came calling.
To your home? Is it still standing?
Barely. But all the violence was seemingly just a distraction to let Odin have a private word with Atreus.
Odin was alone with your son? Did he tell you what they spoke of?
Yes. He said that Odin invited him to Asgard to help him find his answers.
The answers he's rushing into fate in search of. That's troubling. Well, if you're ready to talk to him, the Mystic Gateway is ahead. If not, I have some unfinished business up this river I could use your help with.
Or we can follow up on that elven sanctum out in Alfheim's desert.
If you want to continue exploring, we'll need to remove that log in the river.
What is this?
The crest of Skirnir. Never quite as smart as he thought.
Alrighty, we are going to actually go ahead and continue exploring Vanaheim a little bit more before we continue on with the main missions.
Good. We can explore the river now. And hopefully right some old wrongs.
What is your unfinished business?
I left something behind, near the falls.
Your wedding site. Now why do you want to be going back there?
To be free of the bonds of my marriage. And to Asgard.
I think you severed that a long time ago.
Not completely. Not enough.
Guide us.
My people settled this river many ages ago. Thousands traveled it on pilgrimage to the shrine of worship. But then the Aesir came. This is all that's left. Reavers, of course.
Be careful! Behind you! Incoming!
Brother, I had a thought. What if we took a stealthy approach to our next battle?
No.
Patience is piety.
What is wrong?
Please, leave me to my prayers. I await Freya, the great healer.
I am here.
She will cure me. I have been a loyal follower. She would not abandon...
I am Freya. What do you need?
Only she can cure my sickness. With mangold, mire, and poem.
We must help her.
She demands a cure. She is dead.
She is trapped here, ignorant of her own death. If we bring her what she needs, she'll move on.
You're certain?
I'm not going to do nothing. She needs mangold, mire, and palm. We should find some. Well done. What did you find?
As you asked.
A nook and saw. Be wary.
Get that thing to shut up!
Switching! It's down!
Behind you! Look out!
Okay, let me die. That was on me. I was being stupid there and I did not pay attention to my health.
The Noken song. Stay alert.
Finally!
It's explosive! Be careful!
Behind you! Look out!
Did you recognize her? The sickly spirit?
No. There was a time I could recall the face of every one of my people, but sometimes I wonder if gods live too long.
I once felt the same.
Anything interesting, brother?
A warning to all who pass this bit of land. The dead here do not die. Rain or shine, in the heat of the day, in the chill of the night, they follow their master's will. Leave now, whether you value your life or peace in your death. You do not want the prison of this magic. Necromancy. Okay, thanks, buddy. Necromancy haunts the dirt beneath your feet.
useful. Looks like that worked. Well, that did it. That's everything I need. Let's return to the Sixth Spirit.
You would cure the dead.
I promised I would take care of my people.
You do not even remember her. Nor she you.
And?
Let us return to the spirit.
Have you finally come to heal me?
We have collected the plants.
Could this be? I feel my vitality returning to me. I feel Freya.
I am here.
I knew you would return, even as the doubters cursed your name.
Thank you. But it's time to rest. You have earned it.
Thank you, my queen. I am tired indeed.
Shall we continue?
Yes. Astrid's garden. The wilds reclaimed it. It was beautiful once. sigil arrows won't work on this.
Ready that shield! Behind you! Incoming! Enemy! Left flank! Nasty hit! You alright, brother?
The creatures weren't always this ravenous. The ecosystem. It's out of balance.
All is desolation. A fitting fate.
Astrid. No.
Spirit.
Freya, you return.
Astrid. What happened to you? To your garden?
The anger you are. My life's worth rotted. My monument to your glory reduced to this. I am sorry, my queen.
You need never apologize to me, old friend.
I swore to keep this garden in bloom until you return. To live forever amongst its putrescence. A just punishment.
I will return, Astrid. Kratos, we purge this garden of poison.
Why?
The earth is a reflection of those who tend it. So long as the land is plagued, her soul will be as well. We have to destroy the totems. They're poisoning Astrid's garden.
When my garden blooms,
Life returns to the garden. Good.
Surely I'll remember a spot like this, right? Who could forget 2 waterfalls? Or was it 3? Okay, maybe it was 5, but I think it was 3. Look, there was a lot of water, okay, and it dumped into one spot. I'll know it when I see it. Probably.
This garden still aches. There must be more poison somewhere.
This mentions a spell that puts trolls to sleep, and a magic relic that acts as a sort of counter-spell.
Casualties caused. Think of a large number. Double it. Method of imprisonment, Knott's Slumber. Prison location, Vanaheim. Date of release, nah. The trolls devoured too many dwarves to count before I put them to sleep. I doubt they'd be in a better mood after getting slapped with the rousing relic. Imagine being stuck in the same position for any period of time. Imprisonment overseen by Alvis Stonefoot, Svartalfheim.
See if there's a way inside while you're up there?
Good thing you learned the runes, brother.
Garden's progress. Gala bushes, 4 planted. Anticipating first berry harvest next winter. 6 red favor petals planted. One currently wilting, may need to be moved for more sun exposure. 6 favor petals in blue, all blooming favorably. 6 favor petals in yellow, 3 seem to be struggling. We'll apply extra fertilizer with eggshells and crushed drake bone and hope for improvement. Fern pathway, filling in nicely. New fronds may need a trim next moon cycle. Topiary fencing, still in search of a new caretaker after previous one's sudden departure. Green bulb tree, acquisition still in progress, unsure if roots will take outside of their home realm.
It's finished. Let's return to Astrid. Hi.
Oh, glad to see that still works. An armor piece bearing Lunda's brand. Shame it's broken. Nice bit of work otherwise.
Then why leave it?
You suspicious of her, brother?
If the orb she seeks is important, she would not have left it behind.
Perhaps.
The land. It's alive again. I can feel it.
Yes, your garden grows again.
Freya, how did you...
It's okay, Astrid. It's time to move on.
Thank you, goddess. I do love you.
And I you.
You've done a great kindness.
A temporary one. The garden will die again.
All things do. That is no reason not to try. This crest belonged to Odin. A peace offering from my people. And a waste of good work.
Okay. Duly noted. We're gonna make another couple cracks at it, because, like, maybe if I don't get hit, it could still be doable, but duly noted.
Find you, watch out! This will end in blood. The only question that remains is which side is willing to spill more. The Aesir are not known for their mercy, just ask the giants. Yet our realm is split between those with half a brain and those who believe that pacifism in action will somehow win the day. These Vanir would be kicked in the teeth and apologize for spilling their blood on the Einherjar's boot. We have tried to reason with these, what other words is there? Cowards. They cannot be swayed. They will not help us muster a resisting force in numbers of any real meaning. And what else can we do? What else but entreat the satyr magics to do what they will not? There are dangers to the old magics, yes. But can anyone say with confidence that they outweigh the dangers of doing nothing at all? Perhaps we will change. Perhaps our mind will fall to pieces. But if that is the price we pay for striking back against the Aesir, it is one we pay gladly.
We've revealed the inside of that building. Can you see anything valuable in there? The gate's open. We can head back and get inside.
Another nightmare! To the left!
Alka!
Incoming! Above you!
kind of my orb, though, since I am
This
doing
crest.
this for free and whatnot.
It's mine.
Ah, that's it.
Anything illuminating?
There is truly no greater medium than a living, thriving tree, every branch a canvas. This mighty elder and I work in tandem to achieve the impossible. My hand perhaps guides, my ties and forms persuade a pattern, but it is through this sacred giant's prosperity does my work take shape. May my art always go over the heads of all those who would try to look upon it. It is not for you.
Find her! Left flank! Incoming! Above
What utter foolishness.
What is wrong?
I died. And you will help me.
Of course, Gunhild. But to what end?
When the Einherjar came, we needed a way to fight back. I suggested, say their magic.
I understand your desperation, but that was foolish.
Clearly. I was lucky enough to be murdered before my mind could be corrupted, as theirs did. You must free them.
Of course. Say their magic corrupts so ruthlessly. Those poor souls must be in agony.
Then we shall give them death.
Now, how do we get up there, I wonder?
We can't. Not with those vines in the way.
My friends' souls are still twisted, aren't they? Give them the freedom of death.
Doesn't look like we can reach it from down here. Waterfalls. We're close. There should be a gate up ahead.
That's quite a gate. Don't suppose you know a way through?
The Pilgrim Gate. I can open it. We just need to find the right vantage point.
Freya, there's something I've always wanted to ask. What was it Hrimthur whispered to you?
Who?
Hrimthur, the son of Thormur, the stonemason, who disguised himself and built Asgard's wall.
Oh, yes. One of the many occasions Odin saw fit to involve me in a wager without my consent. I wish I could say that was the worst of his husbandly habits.
What wager?
I've told this story, brother.
And now she may tell her own.
There isn't that much to tell. I knew nothing of it at first, surely because Odin didn't expect to lose the bet. A mysterious mason had to build the entire wall in 3 turns of the season.
2! It was 2!
And if he was late, he'd be owed nothing. But if he succeeded, he was promised an audience with the queen. Or so I learned one day when Odin burst into our bedchambers, raging and half-drunk before noon, telling me to get dressed and go see what the mason wants. So, off I went, not knowing what had truly been promised or expected. Dagger stashed in my robe for emergency. And this mason, this giant in disguise.
His name was Hrimthur.
He just smiled to see me. And as you said, he whispered in my ear. He said the Aesir had killed his father, and he needed to know that one day they'd burn for it. I pointed out I was Aesir now too, technically. He gave me a look, as if he somehow knew better, and continued. He said he'd built in a structural flaw behind the Asgard Realm Tower.
I knew it! How do we make use of it?
We don't. He said Surtur would know what to do. And if Surtur's approaching Asgard's wall...
Then it is already Ragnarok.
Aye, blast it. I hoped it might have given us another way.
Alright, so what am I missing here? I bet y'all have already spotted it and you're yelling at me. Ah.
Looks like that worked.
Please, please end your suffering.
So, what's it like, being back?
Like I haven't come back at all. Everything's changed. I'm a stranger here.
I know the feeling.
The runic word appeared over there. See it? Mekin. We should be able to reach the wedding site.
Looks like more of Lunda's old armor. Nearly have the complete set now.
Must be safer this way. We'll need to find another way around.
Alright, where's that final... the, like, spinner for the Nornir chest hiding? I keep looking up here, so it must be like... I feel like it's somewhere up high because my memory's pulling me up there. I knew about that one over there and the one down here. But I can't see anything. So I don't think I'm right.
Ah. Okay. I'm not certain about that being able to be reached. Yeah, no, that wouldn't work. Ah. I was making it harder on myself than it needed to be.
Nice work.
Hell yeah. Now we can continue on.
As long as they still haunt this realm, so will I.
The closer we get, the more tightness grows in my chest.
You're sure you want to continue?
Confronting the past comes with a price.
It must be done. I've lived with this pain far too long. If you can believe it. We were happy once. For a time, foolishly believed the peace would last. Perhaps that was my mistake. All I wanted was to protect my family.
There is no shame in that.
I failed, all the same.
Those scrawlings must be Sather nearby.
Lunda's ore.
Be cautious. We know not what it does.
You really think she'd send us to get the bloody thing if it was going to kill us? Let's just take it back to her.
Interesting.
I'll get it eventually. We know what to do. Just gotta get it right.
Ah, that's it. More Sather markings. Gunhild's companions can't be that far ahead. Look what they've done to this place.
That's another raven sent to the Tree of the Dead. Perhaps we should check up on it, hmm? That's all Lunda's armor taken care of, as well as her odd little sphere. Should we return them to her? Learn anything?
I fear devotion is waning amongst the others. If we are to drive the Aesir from Vanaheim, there are things we must do without hesitation. Sacrifices must be made, and if I am the only practitioner with enough courage to make them, then so be it. In life do I scream, in death do I sing, in blood do I trust. I am the vengeance of these lands.
Over there. Those are the lost Sather spirits. Friends of Gunhild.
They don't look very friendly anymore, do they?
Let us put them to rest.
We should get moving.
Protect yourself!
The family crest of Kvasir the Wise. More like Kvasir the Inebriated, in truth.
Okay, what did I learn? Don't do that.
It's unstable! Get back!
Just gorgeous.
Learn anything?
To the Vanir of Vanaheim, my sister has abandoned us. Odin has turned our realm into a prison, and Freya has fled with the key. There is only one path forward, and it will not be a pleasant one. We will take up arms, and we will show the Aesir whose realm this is. We will go to war. Freyr.
We'll have to find a way through this debris.
It's unstable! Get back!
Looks like that worked. What did you find?
Is it done? Are they
It's
dead?
done.
Your friends are at peace.
Good.
And I'm sorry. Had I been here, I would have prevented this.
Do you think us lost babes, incapable of making our own choices?
No, but
We made a mistake, but it was ours to make, not yours to prevent, even if you had been here.
Yes, you're right. Goodbye, Gunhild.
Goodbye, my goddess.
Kratos. Thank you for taking the time to help my people.
I helped no one. They were already dead.
Oh, but you did. You put their spirits at ease, and that has eased my spirit as well. I feel lifted.
Enjoy it. It will not last.
You're right. There are most certainly other corrupted sisters out in the realms.
You always know how to end on a cheery note, brother.
I know that face. You got something for me, don't ya?
Lunda.
Right. Business time.
Here.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Elf has been itching to get her ball back all dang winter. It's her favorite hole.
What?
Now, if you could find the rest of my armor set I left out there, I'll repair it for you. Free of charge, even. Oh, actually, any dwarf can. I just didn't think you'd get my orc for me if you knew that. Sorry, y'all.
Good thing you were so cautious, brother.
Quiet.
He's right, Mimir. Show respect. The squeaky toy could have been the death of us all.
And it nearly was.
Do not laugh.
It's hard not to, brother.
Try.
Okay. Okay.
And how is it you two know each other?
Now, I can't be divulging guild business, You gotta respect the secretude of it all.
I'm sorry?
Let's just say Brock and I have long enjoyed certain common interests.
That's right. Like getting us into trouble.
And getting you back out of it again.
What? Huh. That's only mostly.
Okay, so does that answer your question?
Close enough, I suppose.
So, Brock, if Lunda can step between realms to travel about like you, I presume it must be the guild you know each other from.
Maybe. Or maybe I just showed her a few tricks while we were tying one on.
Or maybe I showed him. You don't know us, Clever Pants.
Keep her sharp and she'll keep you alive. You still owe me the story of who made these things. I'll put some hurt on them. And Lady Freya? You won't get so much as a paper cut in that.
It fits.
Damn! Am I good or what? And now for the goddess.
Freya? How you doing?
I'm fine.
On that, madam, we are agreed.
What? Oh. Oh, thank you?
Anytime.
Ha! Lunda, you ain't changed one damn bit.
Freya, something your brother said. The Aesir burned him.
Yes. We weren't yet at war, but relations with the Vanir and Aesir had been hostile for ages. Freyr got it into his head that he could improve relations by sharing our magic with them. Vanir techniques for bountiful harvests, enough to feed their whole population. Getting set on fire was the thanks he got.
That's true. The Aesir were too undisciplined and impatient for the subtlety of Vanir spellcraft. So when things went wrong, they blamed their teacher.
So Freyr was a guest when Odin burned him?
Not exactly. Odin didn't mind locking Freyr up. He saw the potential of the magic and wanted to know more than how to improve crop yields. It was a mob of lesser Aesir, bitter and short-sighted, who tied him up and lit him aflame as punishment for the sabotage they imagined him guilty of. Obviously, he survived. In fact, he used the opportunity to escape. But such an affront made war inevitable.
Freyr certainly wasn't the same after that. At least for a while. His carefree ways were replaced with nightmares, paranoia, and lashing out. It doesn't excuse what he said at my wedding, but I do understand where his anger came from.
Changing arrows! Great flank!
Do you know why I left that night, Mimir?
Only a hunch.
He showed me who he really was. Odin asked me to cast a protection spell on him. The one I used on my son. But the way it drove our boy mad, I refused. He was furious, throwing every object he could find, destroyed the room. There was only coldness after that. I tried to make it work, but...
No one could have lived like that, Your Majesty.
Yeah, I'm gonna get this raven eventually. Fuck, too early that time. Too early again. I'm a piece of shit. But so are you. Alright, there's gotta be an easier way. Maybe up there? Up you go, Freya. Cool, just glance right off. It's fine.
Look, over there. Sigil arrows won't work on this. Allow me. Fu. I never thought I'd come back here. Reavers, of course.
Rock, watch out! It's a soul eater! It doesn't belong here! We must get rid of it! It's explosive! Be careful!
Now it sits abandoned, vandalized. Hopefully the objects I'm looking for are still here.
The Jotnar may be gone from the realms, but giants still rise above the Vanir. My treasure may seem insignificant compared to its lush, sweeping boughs, but I prefer to look at it as room for growth. That's back where Lunda and Brock's shop is.
What's it say, brother?
The table is filled. Delicacies of both Vanir and Aesir origin have been prepared to symbolize the union of peoples. Succulent fruits to whet the appetite served alongside the salted and crisp skin of young hens. Gourds, roasted and then sauced in honey and breads, baked in the lava pits of Eldhya, will be presented as the second course. An offering of Sahrimnir has taken the center of the spread, although many Vanir will likely refuse to partake. Nuggets of tender meat for the little ones have been piled high. They will not go hungry tonight. Last but certainly not least, casks of mead have been rolled out in great numbers to account for the thirst such festivities bring upon our guests. Tonight we dine as if Ragnarok will come for us in the morning.
So much about that day I wish I could change. If only I'd seen the signs.
Find it!
Anything interesting, brother?
Vanir tradition is bound in the plaits of our Freya's hair as the final touches are made for the ceremony. Bloodbird blooms to adorn her locks and lupine oil to make them shine. Fronds bound in the around the circlet she wears breathe life into the metal. She is resplendent as the rains on a summer morn.
The crest of the Hewley family. One of the first families ripped apart by the war.
My circlet's here.
It's on that pedestal by the balcony!
We must remove these creatures first.
On your right!
The Alpha! The Alpha!
Look at this.
It belonged to you.
A symbol of commitment. After the ceremony, he had a new one made every week, each more beautiful than the last. He stopped when I refused to teach him the old magic. You know, my people used to send me gifts too, so I wouldn't forget home. But after the birth of my son, they stopped too. I can't read that from here. Let's head back and I can take a better look. I thought I'd feel peace by breaking it. But I feel nothing.
Perhaps what you seek cannot be found in a circlet.
You may be right.
Alpha!
Aye, give him what for.
The word isn't complete. It's missing a piece. The door is shut. If memory serves, we'll need to light both of those torches to open it. This is a mystic fire. Its flames are short-lived. That's it. There. I see the chalice.
From the ceremony.
A symbol of reconciliation. We drank from the lover's chalice until we could hardly stand. I confided in him that night about wanting an apology from Freyr. Odin reassured me that he'd be the only family I'd need. And I believed him.
The word is complete, but I still can't read it from here. Let's head back down.
Better now?
The pain only grows. Will I never be free of it? What more do I need to do?
Good thing you learned the runes, brother.
A blessing on the union of Freya and Odin on this day. Prosperity to the people of Vanaheim and Asgard. As the sun shines and the moon glows, so shall the realms remain steadfast in peace.
It's a denouncement from my people, placed during my wedding.
Traitor.
The runic word appeared over there. See it? Now, the word. Yuga.
After all the battles I've fought, why does the other side of this door scare me most?
The most difficult battles are fought within. But this battle, you will not fight alone.
I gave you everything. My faith, my love, offerings beyond measure. And you abandoned me, abandoned us, abandoned your home. Why? So you could gallivant across the realms with the one-eyed king? Did we sicken you so, your pathetic worshippers, that you would take the first opportunity to leave and never return? I did not know true loneliness until now, nor did I know true rage. I would revenge myself upon you, but you are not here to receive my hate. And so instead I, and as many as will join me, will go to that temple we built for you so long ago, the monument to our gullibility and your selfishness, and we will do to it what we can only hope one day to do to you.
Are you ready?
Yes. There it is. My final tie to Asgard. We drove that sword into the pillar together. The sword was forged for the ceremony. A symbol of our union. Mona.
The stone refuses to let go.
The deepest wounds form the strongest bonds. Bastard said it as part of our vows. I hate it when he's right. Asgard holds a part of me I can't sever. I bond to my son. To the Valkyries. That damn realm isn't just Odin's. It belongs to me, too. The pain he caused is his. I refuse to keep holding on to it. This sword no longer holds our legacy. But it will serve as mine.
A much more fitting use for it.
Mardal. Melee attacks strike with speed and inflict Bifrost on enemies. Sorry, just want to make sure that there's like absolutely no extra secrets. There.
Anything illuminating?
The weather has favored us this day. The sun shines and its warm rays ripple through the leaves of the surrounding trees. Juniper leaves have been bound and burned. Their scent hangs joyfully in the air. Guests take their seats. The tinkling of celebratory laughs fill the hall. Anticipation for the ceremony builds as the hour draws near.
I suppose it's on to the next battle now.
Yes. You won an important one today.
Steady your guard!
Leave me to die. I don't even know. Okay, now I know what I did wrong. I was about to say I don't even know what I did wrong, but I stepped back into the poison, didn't I?
I suppose it's on to the next battle now.
Yes. You won an important one today.
Incoming right side!
I may.
Since when have you ever asked for permission?
It's just... I owe you my life, such as it is. And I caused you so much pain. Put you in a terrible situation. For that, Freya, I am truly sorry.
I wanted to end that war too.
I know. I swear to do better by you nonetheless. Anything you ask, consider it done. I'm forever in your debt.
I appreciate that. Even if you can't help being an obnoxious know-it-all.
I'm afraid I'll never know how to stop doing that, Your Majesty. Anything illuminating?
No one said this journey would be easy, yet I do find myself questioning how far I thought I'd go to finish the pilgrimage. On the way up, my foot slipped, causing me to stumble. My heart seized in my chest, and I felt I may perhaps perish at the hand of this cliff face. Thankfully, I was able to catch myself, but I suffered a nasty scrape on my knee. I believe blisters may also form on my hand as a result from the rough rocks. My back seems to have also taken to complaining about the pack I have borne for the past few days. While I'm thinking about it, my head has also begun aching. My point here is that if I can make this journey, I believe anyone can as well.
So much for that boat.
You know, an arrogant man once told me you can't change the past, only how it shapes you. I think he might be right. It's been a while since I've had a confidant. Would the god of few words lend me his ear now and again?
As long as I am needed. Despite his actions in Midgard, Atreus does still care for you.
I know. I raised a son, too. It may be hard to believe, but he was quite similar to Atreus at this age. He adored his father, always wanted to do right by him, and was constantly frustrated that no matter what he did, he never could seem to get his approval. He confided in me a lot, sought the comfort his father withheld. I wonder if your son could benefit from that too.
He has befriended the other dwarf. The blue one's brother.
Oh. Well, if Sindri has that covered, I suppose there's no need for me in his life anymore, is there?
That is not what I meant.
That was sarcasm.
I'll take those elven figurines, unless you got attached to them.
Oh. Thanks for collecting that.
These'll look real nice in my collection. Hot damn, you've been busy. Yeah, these are shit. But for you, I'll buy. Lucky for you, I'm still buying. Need something special? What are you looking for?
Alrighty, we are... I think we're pretty much done with Vanaheim. For now, at least. But we are going to make a stop at the Raven Tree. Actually, you know what? I changed my mind. I'm going to start the next stream, which I will begin in just a few minutes, with the Raven Tree. And then we will continue on with main missions. If you spent time here today with me, Kratos, Freya, and Mimir, thank you so very much for taking the time out of your day to spend it here with us. I greatly appreciate you doing so. Oh, and we can't forget Brock and Lunda as well. I unfortunately just don't have any facts lined up at the moment, just because, like I said, I went to a birthday party today, and it was fine. It was nice, but there was double the amount of people there that were expected to be there, and I was not mentally prepared for that, and me and my husband and my mother were just balls of anxiety because of that, and I'm just like drained. That's why I haven't really been talking much this stream, but I did want to stream because I like streaming and I like doing things and progressing the games. But here's a recommendation instead. Even though it is hard to do social things sometimes, go ahead and do it. Yeah, you're gonna be anxious leading up to it. You're gonna be anxious during, and you're gonna feel like shit afterwards because of the energy drain. But the people you show up for will appreciate you showing up. Even if you don't appreciate being there, they appreciate that you did. And so, I'm not saying go to every single social event that pops up on your calendar. You don't have to. I personally don't recommend doing that. Pick and choose what you want to do. But at least every now and then, especially for things that are important to those you love, go ahead and just go. I'm so tired, though. But I hope that you all have a very wonderful day, and I will see you in a few minutes. I will put timestamps for this particular stream in the comments down below after I finish streaming in entirety for the night. So I will see you all soon. Goodbye.